what's in the news? The big stories. This is kind of a breaking story. Where is it? I knew it was here. Hold on. Trump. What is this? Where's that last story or the other story?
I think it's the second to last. I've got it. I've got the link. Is it?
There it is. Boy, look at you. You knew exactly the story I was talking about. Very good, Sean.
Oh, shut
yes, the Trump's would-be assassin. This is the guy that camped out at the golf course. Remember that? He was there for an entire evening, laying in wait, laid down in wait there by one of the greens. And he had a gun and binoculars and whatnot. And somehow he knew Trump was golfing. He knew the schedule. He was able to get on the golf course and make a little assassin's nest on the opposite side of a small chain link fence. And he had set up a little camp to shoot Trump. Now, from what I hear, the Secret Service has a team that goes out in advance of whatever hole Trump is on at that time and scours the area. You know, you don't just go up with Trump and then look around. There's a team that is ahead by a hole or two to check out wherever Trump's going to be. And I believe that's the team that spotted this guy behind the fence and gave chase. They found the rifle and his little nest. He just took off and later arrested him. Very little still is known about him. It just amazes me that some of these shootings and assassinations, of course, and whatnot, you know, the guy in Butler, Pennsylvania that shot Trump, there's nothing on that guy. I mean, nothing. They shot him, of course, up on the roof there. And this guy, you know, he's got a history. He's got a very sketchy history where there's pictures of him with politicians. He was some kind of activist. And they arrested him. And the trial has been going on. And I haven't really heard anything about this trial. There's been no transcripts. The news hasn't talked about it. And the first story I'm getting is that they convicted him. They gave him a guilty verdict. That happened today. This is the first I'm hearing about this guy even being on trial, is that the verdict's in and it's guilty. So he gets a guilty verdict. And watch this clip. This is a woman on the press team. For some reason, there were no cameras in the courtroom. I cannot fucking stand this. Put cameras in the fucking courtrooms. It's a public trial. If you had the capacity and there was enough room, you as a citizen of this country can walk into any trial, sit down and watch it. So why? Because we live in 2025. Can't they do that virtually with cameras and put it on, you know, court TV or something, so that if people are interested and want to see the trial, they're able to do that? It is astounding that the courtroom artist is still a thing in 2025. You would have thought that was a job, you know, the second they came out with the photographic camera. Okay, smile. Poof, one of those cameras where you go under the skirt. That should have been like, well, I'm a courtroom artist. I'm going to have to look for a new occupation. Should have been it. 2025, with the invention of video cameras, broadcasting, the internet, everything. And there's the guy drawing terrible interpretations of the people in the courtroom. I've never seen a good one. So all we had was a drawing of this, like cavemen drew, mastodon. We hunted mastodon. we're still there in 2025. A drawing of what's going on with all the technology we have. So let's listen to this woman. She was in there. She got to see what was happening, and she comes out and conveys that to the people. Let's hear.
It's quite shocking. As the verdict was read, it appeared to our producers inside the courtroom that Ruth tried to stab himself in the neck with a pen. That's what it appeared to look like. Then 4 marshals dragged him out of the courtroom, took his coat off. They then shackled him at the waist and ankles, and then they brought him back into the courtroom. So again, this just in from our producers. As the verdict was being read, Ruth tried to hurt himself in the neck with a pen. Now, it's quite shocking.
Wow. Wow. Take a pen. Like fucking Joe Pesci. Hey, you hear that crying? Hey, Ace, what's that? You hear some crying? You motherfucker. Is this your pen? Stabbed in the neck. Was it a cry for help or an actual attempt at suicide? I think if you're convicted of attempted assassination of the President of the United States, you're going to have plenty of time to kill yourself. Plenty of time. Or you probably don't even have to do it yourself. You could mouth off to somebody in the joint, and they'll do all the wet work for you. Cave your head in. Maybe you can get fucked in the ass before they slice your throat. If that's your bag, man. But, yeah, he tried to kill himself. I don't know. I don't even know what to make of that. Why would he have a pen close by? They got to pay attention a little more to these people in court. They think because they're in court and there's bailiffs around and marshals, and they think it's that the people are going to act rationally. Why wasn't he shackled before? You've seen these people run and attack the judge. They jump over the bench and attack the judge. They've clocked their lawyer right in the fucking head. These aren't stable people. And when they're going down for a life sentence, I don't think they give a shit what's next, you know? Double life. Ooh. So when they're handing down some of these pretty serious sentences or a conviction like this, they should probably lock these people to a table or at least cuff them so they can't pick up a pen. You know, if he's standing there and has the ability to grab a pen and stick it into his own neck, could have done that to his lawyer. The lawyer's always right next to the guy. I love the look the lawyer gives sometimes while the judge is just throwing the fucking giant book at the guy. And it's just some black thug. And he's staring down. And the lawyer's like, sometimes they'll put their hand on the thug's shoulder. As the judge is just, you are going under the prison for 18 life terms. You're a piece of shit. And the lawyer's like, that lawyer's got some balls, or he's very stupid. You think the thug gives a shit about this fucking Jew attorney next to him? Listen to me, you Jew motherfucker. You think that guy cares? He's going away forever? That he punches his lawyer in the fucking head? Tries to take his fucking heart out through his throat? He don't care. They don't care. Yeah. So we'll see what happens to him. Maybe he Epstein's himself, if you know what I mean. His past is really weird. But he tried to kill the president, so he's going to be a weird guy.